Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where I am gonna try, I have a bunch of the new Kiko Milano summer collection. Like I have two more things. I bought them because I thought they looked so cute and we are gonna try them out, and I'm also gonna be chatting a bit about some movies and some series that I've been seeing lately. Because I was watching a new series for the first time yesterday. I started watching The Last Kingdom on Netflix and I was thinking, I haven't talked to you for quite some time about series and movies and stuff like that. So I thought we'd have a little chat about that while I try this new makeup. So let's jump into it. And if you haven't been here before, hello, my name is Angie. I am a lover of fashion and makeup, especially colorful things, even though I think today might be a mix between neutrals and colors, but that could be fun as well. And if you want to see some more color on your timeline, or if you just want to see someone that's still very much in love with makeup, playing with makeup, reviewing makeup, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos a week. It is also extremely hot in Sweden right now, so I am like, I'm sweating. I didn't buy a bronzer because I still love and use this bronzer so much. This is actually a bronzer highlighter duo. This was part of their summer collection last year. This is the Lost in Amalfi bronzer and highlighter duo. And I use this just like this. I go between both of them and I use that as a bronzer. I already have foundation and concealer and brows on, but I will link everything that I'm using down below in case you are interested. I don't know if this Lost in Amalfi bronzer is still available, but I really do enjoy it. Okay, so I started watching The Last Kingdom last night. I'm actually spending this weekend alone. Ricardo is at his dad's this weekend because he is trying to get his driver's license for a motorcycle, and his dad has one and has a driver's permit, so they've been driving together now for 2 weekends. So I have been spending this weekend alone, and I started watching a series for the first time yesterday, and that was The Last Kingdom on Netflix. I don't know what possessed me to watch it. I think it's because I read a book just before that was about like a Viking, and I was like, oh, maybe a series about a Viking. And it's basically a recapturing of the time where England was occupied in large by Vikings, mostly Danes. Well, people from Denmark. And the main character in this movie was captured as a kid. He is an Englishman and a Saxon, and he was captured. This is the Fruit Explosion Juicy Blush. I got mine in 01. Doesn't smell like anything. It's like a liquid blush. Am I gonna be using my sponge with this? Okay, I think so. And he gets captured as a kid and is living with the Danes in occupied England, and is like, he sees himself as a Dane with time. And then of course stuff happens, and I'm not gonna give any spoilers or anything, but I thought it was an interesting plot twist. It is apparently based on the book. I'm just adding a little bit more. And I will say, so far I've only seen 3 episodes, and so far the character is mainly fueled on anger and jealousy, and you can see that he's a good man, but he's fueled on anger and jealousy and revenge. And I am curious to see, because he has people around him that is like, you can't live your life like this. Is this looking... oh, I have a cat hair here. Wait. I do think it lifts a little bit, this one. This serum blush might be better, because I have powdered under my eyes, and it could be that there's some powder that has gone down here. So I'm gonna use this serum blush a bit more without of course any powder on my face, to make sure. Oh, it actually went on a lot better on this side. Maybe I was just a bit more cautious on that side. It's very pretty and very like faint in a good way, but I'm not 1,000,000% sold. But I like it a lot more than I like the serum blush by Colourpop. So okay, it's quite nice. But yeah, I'm already seeing the possibilities for character development. I also bought this highlighter. This is in Coral Sunset. Look, this is like it has like raspberry seeds, and then on the inside there are like raspberries pressed into the pan, and it smells like raspberries. Big fan. So this is number 2. So there was one lighter, and I think there was one darker as well. And I think this one has a little bit of a rose gold pinky undertone. I'm just gonna put this on top. Oh, that is really pretty. Kiko Milano makes incredible highlighters. I have a couple, and I honestly think they do really, really good highlighting products, and this is definitely no exception. Wow, that's pretty. I don't see any glitter, it's just a really nice, warm, slightly pinky peach undertone. I'm very intrigued to continue to watch this series. The series that we watched before was The Shadow and Bone. And this series I started watching on my own. Sometimes it's nice to have series to watch on your own. But we also watched The Shadow and Bone. And can I say, I am sad. I'm sad that I didn't read the books first. I'm the kind of person that loves reading. I love reading, and I'm sad that I didn't... I really like that highlighter. I'm sad that I didn't read the books before I saw the series, because we saw the entire first season, and apparently there's a second season coming. I hope there's a second season of The Witcher coming soon. I understand that COVID probably made it really hard to get that series up in time, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to the second season of The Witcher too. But Shadow and Bone, it was such a nice series, and it was such a different way of being fantasy, with the names and the themes and all of that. I was very impressed, but I can't read a book after I've seen the series of the movies. I've tried several times, but I love reading the book first and then seeing the series or the movie. You know that annoying friend that's always sitting next to you in the movies, that leans over and they're like, actually, in the book That's me. I'm that annoying friend. I'm the person that's always like, actually in the book they were doing this, and then in the book they were this and this. I am horrible. I know, I'm aware. But I am definitely that person that will be like, actually in the book that I am aware how annoying that is. I understand. Oh, I bought the setting spray as well. But like, I read the Lord of the Rings books and the Bilbo book, and of course I've read the Divergent and the Legend and all of those. The books are so much better than the movie. I did like the movie, but the last book, if you want to see an alternative ending, read the book. The book's ending is better than the movie's ending. The movie's ending is very Hollywood, and the what's its face? The Girl on Fire, Hunger Games, that one as well. So this is the Fruit Explosion Freezing Makeup Fixer. This smells so summery. This smells as wonderful as actually it smells very similar to the Soul Body products. Very similar. Just very fruity and delicious. And it's kind of a small bottle, but it wasn't that expensive. And I haven't used it yet. I just can really scent it. If you hate scented makeup, this isn't for you. It's not a super fine mister. You know what it smells like now that it came out of the bottle? This smells like My Little Ponies. In the best way. Yeah, oh wow. I didn't have My Little Ponies, I didn't play with My Little Ponies, but I had friends who had that. And this really transported me back to my childhood. Wow, this really smells like My Little Ponies. How weird. How weird. But yeah, I like reading books before I see series, but I actually tried to read The Song of Ice and Fire, which is the Game of Thrones books, and I couldn't get through this. I read the first book and I couldn't get through the second book because I was so annoyed that I was reading it after I already seen the series. So I know that oh wait, I have blush on this one. If I'm gonna read something, I need to read it before. But Shadow and Bone, if you like fantasy, if you like Game of Thrones, Shadow and Bone, I 1,000,000% recommend it. It's only 8 episodes, is the first season. Really recommend it. I thought it was really good, and I liked the characters in that. There's a lot of characters that I feel really strongly about, and I'm super intrigued to see where that series is going. We're probably gonna have to wait a bit for season 2, but it is what it is. I did buy one of the lipsticks. But I'm gonna put a lip liner on. I bought the Fruit Explosion Watermelon Pearly Lipstick. I bought the pearly version. Look, it has watermelon seeds. And this one is in number 01. And it does smell a bit like watermelon. which is, it's supposed to do that. So this is a pearly lipstick, it's like a mauve, so I'm gonna put just something like a brownie mauve lip liner on, and then what else do I have on my list? Oh, I want to talk about Snowpiercer as well. I'll be right back. I used the Nabla Nude number 4. I really like these lip pencils. Super happy that I have them. Smells really nice. Okay. Ooh, that's even more pearly than I thought. It's not 100% opaque going on, but it looks really pretty. A pearly lipstick that doesn't have like too much pearl and that doesn't have like visible glitter particles can really make your lips look juicy and moist without having that super glossy finish that gets stuck in things. I actually think that a little pearly lipstick is very flattering. Not too much. We don't want to be robots, but just enough. This color with this pearl is giving me major 90s vibes. Like late 90s, early 2000s. Okay, so I did buy one of the eyeshadow palettes and I did buy one of the eye pencils. I want to do like I think I'm going to use this all around my eye to do like because it is a burgundy color. It's a really nice burgundy color, and I think this is how we're going to make it a little colorful. And I did buy, they did have these palettes, like this is a fruit themed makeup collection. And these are the palettes and they all were little kiwis, and then they had 3 different colors. And I decided to go with this one that had peaches and these burgundies. It's very neutral, but I don't hate neutral if it's a small one like this. Big neutral palettes, not for me. And I will say I have been very impressed with the quality of the eyeshadows that I've tried lately from Kiko. I think they do really good quality eyeshadows. I think we are gonna stay in this area here. I'm gonna start with this one. It's just a small, cute little palette. I mean, the packaging is themed around fruits, but I don't know if the shadows really are. This is a mauve neutral palette, but it doesn't mean that we can't make a cute eye look with it. I know a lot of you are really interested in Kiko Milano. So we also watched Snowpiercer. We watched Snowpiercer before we watched Shadow and Bone. It is 2 seasons of Snowpiercer, and if I'm not totally mistaken, it is also 10 episodes. It is also on Netflix, at least in Sweden. I heard that in US, Snowpiercer is actually on Hulu. It's a bit different what you can see in different like regions, but if you are living in Sweden, Snowpiercer is on Netflix, but I heard that if you are living in the US, Snowpiercer is actually on Hulu. I really like the series, and I really like it's well made. It's well made, it's well casted, and also they have some really like famous actors in it. Like Jennifer Connelly and Sean Bean is in it. Like, it is good actors. And I like the plot. Some of the things in the plot is very predictable, and I felt the same in Shadow and Bone. Some of the things were very predictable, but when it comes to Snowpiercer, some things were predictable and some things were not. And I like the character development, and I like how they do the storytelling. I will say the best part I feel about Snowpiercer, without like giving away too much, like Snowpiercer is a dystopia. It is like mankind ruined the planet with pollution, much like we are, and the last surviving part of humanity is on a train that is going around the world and never stops. This is me simplifying the story a lot, but basically what's left of humanity is on this train. That is basically the gist of the story. And of course there are like segregations within the train. People bought a ticket to be on the train. There's first class, and then there are people that got on the train without having a ticket. And of course there's a lot of problems between the different camps. And the creator of this train is Mr. Wilford. And I like the way the storytelling of people going between fear and admiration for Mr. Wilford. I'm just going in with some deeper colors now. And it's like, it's so interesting to see, because I feel like it's the creation of a dictator. When you don't know if you're supposed to admire them for what they have built up and for the person they are, or if you're supposed to fear them for the choices they make. And with Mr. Wilford, it's definitely a case of, if you just stay in your lane, if you just do as you're told and play by the rules, his wrath might not affect you. And I do feel like for a lot of places, like when people are like, why did you let this go on for so long? Why did you not do anything? It is, I think, fear, because if you say something, you think that everyone else is in on it, while in fact maybe everyone else is as afraid as you are. But you know that if you just stay in your lane, if you just don't do anything, don't make a noise, don't make a sound, it might not affect you. But of course we know from like real life experiences that when someone is that ruthless and ruling with that kind of a iron hand, things will always affect you, and it could just be them having a bad day and you would get in trouble. And I thought it was really interesting the way they portrayed how people were going between admiring him and fearing him, and how interesting it was when you could tell that they couldn't make up their mind whether or not they thought he was the savior or the destroyer. And I like that part of it. I thought that was really interesting. I always like dystopian things, and if you like dystopian movies and dystopian series, I definitely recommend this one. I just used these two shades here, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of this dark plummy brown. I'm gonna see if it's possible to deepen this up even a bit more before I use the eyeliner. Oh yeah, I definitely think so. I think these are really nice quality eyeshadows, actually. But we've seen the entire two first seasons of Snowpiercer, and I feel like it ended in a very interesting place, and I cannot wait to see what's coming in season 3. I'm actually really intrigued to see how they are gonna do this, because I feel like the last season now really opened up for new ways that this series could go, and I'm very intrigued to see where they are taking it. I will say there is actually, the series is based on the movie, and I haven't seen the movie. I will say, because I know someone's gonna be like, have you seen the movie? No, I haven't seen the movie, and I don't think I will either. Maybe when I've seen the entire series, when it ends, maybe I can see myself seeing the movie. But I don't think I want to see the movie while the series is still ongoing. That is, again, just like how I prefer to watch things. I just used a little bit to deepen up, not like a lot, just a little bit. And I'll use some of the almost like matte, it's not white, it's more like a cream or a what would I call this, like one of those like bone colored mattes. Oh, that is not very pigmented. Yeah, that that didn't do that much, let me tell you. I'm trying to put it as an inner corner highlight, but yeah, that shadow was very weak. I like my matte light shades to be very pigmented so that I can actually like stamp them on. That didn't do a lot, but other than that, I think the shadows are really nice quality. I feel like this went on pretty pigmented, and I was able to blend it pretty good. I mean, is it perfect? No, but I'm not trying to make perfect. I'm just trying to make okay. I'm gonna use this Fruit Explosion eye pencil in number 4, and it is, like I said, this very plummy burgundy, and I'm gonna use it in my waterline because I feel like this is gonna, oh, that is stunning. I love a plummy burgundy like this. And this was fairly affordable. Wow, what a pretty color. Oh yeah. That is really cool. I'm also gonna use it on my top. Yeah, I'm gonna like do this on my top lash line as well to get this eye to be super burgundy. I'm just gonna finish this up. I'll finish this up, and I put a list. What else did I want to talk about? Ooh. I want to talk about the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. Let's end with that when I have this whole thing done. Okay. I'm done. The makeup look is done. I love this. This is like this is very 90s, early 2000s with the somewhat frosted lip and the burgundy eyeshadow. I quite like it. The quality of all of these things were very good. Except the only thing that I'm putting a maybe pin in is this Fruit Explosion Juicy Blush. I liked it on this side, I didn't love it on this side. I'm gonna have to use this a bit more. I always come back and review everything after I tried it a bit more. I do have a monthly series on my channel that is basically me reviewing and ranking everything that I hauled the month before. So I do a monthly haul and then I do a monthly like review ranking kind of a thing. So I'll come back and review all these things at a later date when I've tried them out a bit more, because a first impression is all fine and dandy, but you know, sometimes you need to try them a bit more to know if you like them or not. But I do like this look. It looks really cool, it looks dramatic, but still it looks a bit fresh. I mean, this is a summer collection, but I always go dramatic. What can I say? Oh, I wanted to say, I watched the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. It is on Disney Plus. It is part of the Marvel Universe. I love the Marvel Universe. I watched all the movies. I think I watched all the series. I know everyone loved WandaVision, and I almost got myself cancelled saying that I didn't really like the series. I did finish WandaVision. It does pick up, and I think the series is okay, but I honestly, and this is my personal opinion, I do think that the series is a bit overhyped. I don't think it is as good as people say, and that's just my personal opinion from someone that does love Marvel, that has watched every Marvel movie and every Marvel series. Still haven't watched Loki though. That's on my to watch list. We're gonna watch it now that we are finished with the Shadow and Bone. Loki is up. There was a couple of things that I think that they could have done better, especially in the beginning. I think the beginning, even though it made sense at the end, I do think the beginning could have been done better. That's just my personal opinion. I did like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought it was very... I thought it had a good atmosphere to it. I thought the storytelling was really good. I think they touched, and I think that this is something that Marvel actually have been doing pretty good in the past things that they've done. They touch on important issues that usually don't get discussed enough in like mainstream action things in a pretty good way. They talked about like the Black Lives Matters. They managed to get that in about like racism and the everyday problems of people of color. They also managed to get in the issues of immigration and seeing both sides of the coin. I felt like they managed to tackle some really hard issues in, from my perspective, a white woman living in Sweden, a pretty good way. Let me know how you thought about it, because like I said, my perspective, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I am a white woman born in Sweden, living in Sweden, but from my perspective, I thought it was a good way of tackling and addressing some of these things. But you're gonna have to let me know what you think. And if you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. I thought it was good. I mean, yes, it is action, but also I liked, like I said, I liked the atmosphere and the storytelling of the series. I actually liked it more than I thought I would like it. I hope that makes sense. That was everything for this video. Let me know, what are some great series and movies that you have been watching lately? Let me know all about it. Like I said, we are watching Loki next. That is on our to watch list. Is there anything we're missing? I don't like scary horror, those kind of things. So anything that is like has some kind of a scary element, I absolutely opt out. I hate being scared. It's not that it's like I don't like being, but being scared makes me angry, and that's not a feeling I'm trying to have when I am watching something in the movies or on TV. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having an amazing day. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you tomorrow for a new video. Bye!